Well, hello, everyone. It's Monday, October 16th, 2023. I'm Doug. It is time once again to play some Wordle. IOPI77 writes in, you should start with plead. Okay, I think that's a good idea. That's a good word there. I don't think we've used it that often, but we're going to go ahead with plead, and let's see what we get. Well, plead gets us a P and an A out of position. I'd say that's a pretty good start. So obviously, apple and apply don't fit because of the L being exhausted, but it's just the first thing that immediately comes to one's mind when one sees that. Let's see. We've got a few choices here. We can try and kind of do it the hard word style and just go for moving that A and P around, maybe in the second and the third spot, perhaps. But we could also do an eval word. If we go with the eval word, we could do something along the lines of, we could do short. We could also do something like south, which would get us two of the other vowels that we haven't done. I think that's probably a better bet here. You know what? I think I've talked myself into going south for our next word, an eval guess, and let's see what that gets us. Interesting. So it does not get us the O or the U, but it does get us an H, and it's in position at the end. So that is very interesting here. Wow, okay. So now here I have an interesting scenario. We know the P here is not in the first position, obviously. I have a weird feeling it's probably not in the fourth position. I don't think that the word is going to end with PH. There's not too many words that would fit that. So we know the P is in the second or the third spot. Most likely. Let's just say most likely. We know there's only an I that hasn't been tested. I suppose one could make the case that we might test the Y as well. I think that it is probably... There's probably another consonant that we need to discover that will crack this case open. So let's see here. I'm having trouble accepting the possibility that A is in the front. So I think this is an interesting puzzle in that you have perhaps I feel like maybe I want to think A and P in the second and third here. But that doesn't really seem to work very well. What if you had the P and the A in the second and third, respectively? Let's see. And in that case, the problem here is I'm having trouble figuring out what would make sense in that fourth spot. Again, I guess maybe I have to be maybe open to the P being in the last spot. Something like staff, but of course it can't be because we tested the S and the T, right? Now, I suppose maybe if I put the A here and say, okay, what other possibilities could exist with APH at the end? Oh, wait a minute. We just, I think, talked ourselves into this. There is a possibility with APH. See, for some reason, my mind was just unwilling, not willing to put that P in the fourth spot. But now that I've got APH, yes, staff can't be it. But you know what can be? The word graph, 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 like a chart and a graph. And look at how beautiful that looks there. As someone who has worked in technology, I've had to make a few graphs in my time, so very familiar with the word. I got to tell you, this is starting to feel really, really good for me. So I think we're going to go ahead and make that the guess. Worst case, we're going to get some really good intel on the A and the P, but I'm feeling more confident the more I look at it. So here we go. Let's find out, ladies and gentlemen, is the answer to today's puzzle the word graph? Yes, it is. There we go. All right. In 3 guesses on that one. We just need that one eval and a little talk through to get us exactly where we needed to land. So nicely done today. A good little solve. IOPI77, thank you so much for the suggestion. And of course, I want to know, what is your favorite starting word? You know, the queue is not that terribly long these days from the time you make the suggestion until we see you on screen. So don't hesitate. Let's hear them. What's your favorite starting words? And you'll be on the show before you know it. So, folks, once again, thank you so much for watching. Of course, yes, don't forget, we will give you tomorrow's starting word here for Tuesday the 17th. And we are going to be starting with the word yikes. Y-I-K-E-S. Why I oughta. So look forward to that tomorrow. Yikes. So, folks, once again, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for some more Wordle.